So I'm here to talk about diversity in workplaces and, you know, how that could be improved and what could be better if it can be better, and if there was anything that a company did that wasn't good or that wasn't good to encourage diversity or actually stunted the growth of diversity. Now, in today's world, in the 21st century, there is numerous months, numerous ways that people celebrate their own unique heritage, like Black History Month, Asian Pacific Islander History Month, and a lot of even companies sponsor a lot of minority and other smaller groups. I'm not just talking about diversity as in race. I'm talking about diversity as in LGBTQ or even religious affinities is like Muslims, Christianity. That is also being spread around. I believe that we are going into a direction that is positive and that has been a lot more accepting than the previous generations have, or the previous time in history ever have, really, especially in this country. But I cannot say that's always the case. I mean, people are people, and there are always good people, and there's always bad people, and there are people who does not like you for who you are, not because of your personality, but because of the way that you're born. That's just something that you can't change, but that still happens quite often. And I guess I'll tell you a small bit about what happened with me, I guess. Stereotyping is still kind of common, and I've gotten kind of used to it, even embraced it, I guess, because I felt as though I can't change it. Because whenever I worked, let's say I worked at the Pizza Hut as a delivery guy for a little while, and that would always be spread around. The people would always joke like, "Hey, why are you working here? Why aren't you a doctor or a lawyer or something?" And I was like, "I'm not that smart, man. Maybe my friends might have been. Ironically, I don't have any Asian friends, but um, you know, stereotypes like that, I can't say, it hurts me anymore because I just don't really care enough to change it. But stuff like that still happens, and God forbid, it can be worse. And you know, is there companies who protect against that? Not really. I mean, I don't really think that companies really care as long as the work is done. You can be a bad person and still be a good worker, you know? And there really isn't a lot of punishments or really a lot of disciplinary action for if you are being discriminatory. It's the United States, after all. It's a country that is founded on different principles and different kinds of people all coming to the world, which doesn't make sense to me because it's people who come from all over the world who has different ways of life, and somehow we're still bashed on how we live our lives. If it doesn't mean that I affect your life, of course. Like, I don't go around to spread my ideas, you know what I mean? I don't spread my own culture, because it's discouraging, I guess. And yeah, but has companies ever pushed any ads or publicly shamed a group? I don't think so. It's usually at times companies have been known to do it by accident, or members in the company have been known to do that by accident. Especially like in 2019, there was a case where someone got an internship for NASA, which is a pretty big deal, but they ended up screaming slurs in the Twitter, how Twitter be and social drama are. So this girl started just using the F slur, for gay people, I guess, and just kept screaming that around the comments and like belittling people like left and right and center. So it's usually not the people who publicly shame a group of minority or try to stump diversity. It's usually just the people in the company who have negative ideals or negative perceptions about the people. And if we really want to change that as a society, it's about education. It's to show other people that we're all humans and we all bleed the same color red. We're all just trying to live our lives. And if we do that, and once we do that, is, I believe, how we're going to get rid of racism. Not completely. I don't think racism will ever go away completely, but it is definitely going to move us into the right direction and teach the younger generation about humanity and how to be accepting of one another, even for our differences. Because the way I live and the way someone who's been born here, who lives their whole life, might see things differently, and that's okay. But it's to teach kids, it is to teach adults that that's okay. And I think that's how we really improve workplaces and society as a whole. Thank you for coming to me and watching this. And Dr. G, I'm sorry if I sounded upset. I have to be honest, I'm in my car right now, and I was actually working when you sent me those messages. you know, I got out into my car and started recording these, so I hope it's good for you, and if there's anything that I can improve on, please tell me. I think I said this in one of my speech assignments, but I did mention that I was kind of hot-headed sometimes, so I apologize again. Thank you. And my name is Hyunwoo Chang. You can call me Harry though, for ease of communication. Thank you.